Now, I'm a fan of the first-person shooter genre. Running around blasting dudes in the face is quite fun nowadays. But that doesn't mean I like a taste of realism or tacticalism in my game as well. So I started searching for something that would satisfy me. And I came up with what is quite possibly one of the best games I've ever seen, played, heard, anything you can possibly think of. It is called Brothers in Arms Roadkill 30. Now, when I would say Gearbox, the first thing that would probably come to your mind is probably Half-Life Blue Shift or Half-Life Opposing Force. Yes, the two main add-on packs for Valve's incredibly popular Half-Life. Well, about 3 to 4 years ago, they decided to team up with Ubisoft and make a World War II first-person tactical shooter, Brothers in Arms. Now, Brothers in Arms, unlike many other games, uses a mix of first-person shooter action and squad-based mechanics. Now, unlike most games in which you can run straight at about 300 enemies and have a very good chance of surviving, running at one enemy in this game can possibly mean the end for you. What I mean by that is, the game has a sense of realism. And also, if you're not used to having to use strategy and tacticalism in a game, you may find this game frustrating. The main concept of the game is you have to direct one of your two fire teams to lay suppression on the enemy so you can flank him and take him out from the rear, which is really satisfying. Or you can do it the other way around. You can unload on your enemy and send your other guys to go take them out. Which brings me up to another point. The AI in this game is pretty realistic. Enemies will act realistically to suppression, they will duck for cover, and they will retreat, unlike a lot of games where characters are really stupid. Now, Brothers in Arms Roadkill 30 came out in 2005, came out with a lot of other competitors, which I won't list now. That means the graphics, even at that time, looked a little out of date, and nowadays they look even more out of date. But they're still not horribly bad. Even though the environments look very rich and lifelike, the characters look somewhat sloppy, and the textures on them kinda just blend in with the rest of their clothes. It doesn't exactly look perfectly professional. The weapons and the character animations are somewhat screwy as well. The facial animations in the game are probably the best. They yell and they talk to you in a very realistic manner. This also brings up another point where you will start to feel attached to some of the people in this game, but don't get attached too long, because they'll probably get shot somewhere down the line. Now, the single-player portion of the game is fairly difficult and long. You'll command tanks, you'll take out German tanks by tossing a grenade into it, which is really satisfying. Shoot Germans, which we've all done before, and just basically kick ass. Now, there's one thing that I was particularly proud about when I played this game, the multiplayer. I'm really happy Gearbox chose to keep the multiplayer with the squad mechanics. Squad mechanics do make the gameplay that much more different in multiplayer. You can play up to 4 players, and they each control a small little fire team. Basically the same as single player, except that your squad leaders are a little bit more intelligent. As you fight, you'll start to get a feel of what real war is like. This game does it very well, very realistically. As you fight, you'll hear the crack of bullets by your head and the true intensity of the battles. Now, one of the coolest parts of the game, I gotta say, besides the squad mechanics, is how you can pause the game and get an overview of the area you're fighting in. This helps you make smart decisions and figure out what you gotta do. It keeps the game from being that much less frustrating, even though you probably will get frustrated, like I said earlier. Now, would I recommend this game? I think it's pretty obvious. Yes is an understatement. Total yes, super yes, always yes is what I would say. If you can find the game for $10, $15, that's awesome. 20 is getting a little bit on the edge because it's a relatively old game. If you like tactical games, first-person shooter games, and any type of fighting game, specifically World War II, you'll definitely appreciate Brothers in Arms' new innovation for you.